So last week we got two pretty major gaming events that happened. First, on Thursday, I believe it was Thursday, was the Game Awards, and then this Saturday was PlayStation Experience. So over the course of those two events, quite a few things happened. So I'm just going to kind of do a recap of the two things that happened. Now, just a quick note, I'm just going to talk about things that I really care about, or things that I want to mention, like some things like Mass Effect I don't care about, so I'm not going to talk about. And some other smaller announcements that don't really come to my needs or whatever. Not going to talk about. And also, I'm not going to talk about any things that are not really news related, like the Game Awards winners. I'm not going to talk about any of the winners or anything because I don't really care. But with all that being said, let's get on with it. So to start things off with the Game Awards, we get a new Zelda trailer. We also get gameplay too, which both of them looked awesome. I was actually kind of mad because I set an alarm to start watching the Game Awards, not knowing there's a pre-show that showed the Zelda trailer, and I was like, so I started like at the beginning, but I thought it was later on, so I saw most of the trailer anyway, but I was a little upset. But yeah, the trailer looks nice. Still has me extremely hyped and excited for this game. Can't wait for it. Still no news on a release date. But in the trailer, we saw, I'm not going to show the trailer because Nintendo and their copyright claims, but I'll show some screenshots. But we see this image, which we don't know what it is. It appears to look like a female Link. I think it was confirmed I heard somewhere. I haven't really looked into it too much. I'm trying to avoid a lot of things because I want to find everything out for myself. And then we get this other image where it shows Link kind of sitting down, and you see another woman, and we assume that's Zelda. We're not sure though, but we can probably figure that out. Also, another thing that kind of happened in the pre-show of the Game Awards was Randy Pitchford from Gearbox came out, and I was excited because it sounded like he was going to announce Borderlands 3 or something like that, because like, who here's a Borderlands fan? Everyone goes crazy. And then they talk about Bulletstorm Remastered. I'm like, really?
So, Randy, you got something to announce today. Stage is yours.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us on the Game Awards. I know a lot of you guys know me and Gearbox from our games like Borderlands and Brothers in Arms. Borderlands fans in the house?
Woo! All right.
Really? He had to tease people like that? Even Jeff Keighley's like, you're teasing him or something. It was, I was kind of mad. But, so yeah, the show Bulletstorm. I'm only mentioning this because of the whole Borderlands thing, but, yeah, and also Duke Nukem's going to be playable in Bulletstorm, which is a thing. And then the last thing from the Game Awards that was announced that I personally really care about, or even want to mention, is Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I only really know them from the movie. I assume most people do because they're kind of an obscure comic from Marvel, but great movie. But I also like Telltale games. I've only played a few of them, but I like them. And I'm not like a lot of people who play all of them, so I'm not like sick of them yet. I do think they're coming out with way too many games that are all really similar, but, whatever. And the only other thing I want to mention from the Game Awards was that I always hate the musical acts in award shows because most people I don't care about, but the Doom was pretty cool, pretty metal. I'm really into heavy metal, so that was cool. And I believe the drummer is from Periphery, which is a band I like, so that was cool. So now moving on to PSX, or PlayStation Experience, where we got a lot more stuff that was relevant to me, but I'm only going to mention a few things. I might bring up a couple of things, but we'll see. But they open up with announcing the Uncharted 4 single-player DLC, which is called The Lost Legacy, and you play as Chloe, she was in Uncharted 2 and 3, I believe 3, because I haven't played that one in a while. She was like Drake's other girlfriend in 2. But that was cool. So it's going to be a story. Apparently, we got more information afterwards, I think from a panel, that the story takes place after Uncharted 4. It is about Chloe. And the game's going to be longer than Last of Us Left Behind, but shorter than Uncharted 4. So that's anywhere from like 3 to like 10 hours. So I don't know what that means. So it's probably only going to be like a few hours long. It's not going to be that big. It's not going to be like a whole new game or anything. That just probably, it's going to be a standalone DLC pack, kind of like The Last of Us Left Behind was, where you don't even need Uncharted 4 to play it. So that's cool. That's cool. I look forward to that. And then we got one thing that's really exciting is because at E3 they announced the Crash Bandicoot trilogy remaster, and we finally got gameplay footage of it, and it looks amazing. They showed some like before and afters of it, and it looks great. Now, Crash Bandicoot is not a series that I'm nostalgic for because I played as a kid, but only really two. Like Crash Bandicoot 2 and Ocarina of Time are two games that hold special place in my heart because those games were games that me and my older sister watched my mom play when we were kids. My mom doesn't play games. I mean, she plays like smartphone games, but that was weird. Like, that's how I got into gaming, was watching my mom play Ocarina of Time. Like, I actually cried when she beat it. And we also had a lot of fun memories of playing Crash Bandicoot 2, which is the only one we actually had, and Crash Team Racing. And I've played, like, the original Crash and Warped a couple times, but I've never actually beaten any of them. And the biggest problem I had is that they're so dated now, so it's hard to go back to, but now they're doing this, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Then they announced, it was kind of leaked, but Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, it was like Marvel Capcom 4 or whatever, which is cool. So, yeah, this is exciting because it shows that Marvel is with the Guardians of the Galaxy now, and Spider-Man for PS4 shows that Marvel's kind of like, hey, let's actually make good video games again, because, you know, we've gotten a few here and there, but there's been a while where it's either just shitty mobile games or shitty games in general that are movie tie-ins, like Spider-Man games. So this is exciting. The trailer was cool. There's been rumors that it's not going to have any like Fox characters because of their relationship with the movie rights are owned by Fox, and Marvel kind of is like annoyed that they still have them, so they might spite them and not put them in here. But I don't know. I don't care about a lot of the X-Men characters. I don't really care about Wolverine, and then of course Deadpool. So if Deadpool's not in this game, I'm going to be super upset. But Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was released Saturday night on the PS4. I would have bought it if I had money, but I don't. So that's exciting. The only Marvel vs. Capcom I ever played was 2, and I suck at it. I have it on PS3. I got it before they took it off, so I actually have that. I played it a couple times, and I'm just really bad at that game. So maybe I could be a little better. I'll try it this time. I'll get it when it comes out, and that'd be cool. I can't really think. I mean, I was looking at stuff just because I watched actually watched the whole presentation twice because I watched it live, and then because I'm a big fan of Kind of Funny, I just rewatched it because I had nothing else to do with their commentary over it because I was bored, and but I can't remember everything. Like I was kind of looking it up, but as I record this video, I'm forgetting everything that happened. It's been a few days, or it's early Monday morning as I record this, but so you know, but yeah, the next thing I really want to bring up is Knack 2, which. The only thing I know about Knack is that a lot of people hate it. It was a launch title for PS4, and I never played it. I wanted to when I remember seeing when the PS4 was coming out, and I was looking at the trailers. I think that looked fun, and I just never got because I didn't get a PS4 until 2015. Yeah, early like April last year, and I didn't. That was one I played. I think the only launch game I have is Killzone, which I like. I don't think I played any of the other ones. I have no clue. Not off the top of my head I can remember, but I wanted to try on Knack, but I just never did. But I know a lot of people hate it, and then the reaction to like Knack 2 getting announced was like, really, you're going to do this? Like, well, yeah, the first one sold well, and maybe a lot of like younger people liked it because, you know, like, younger people, they're not as critical to games. Like, there's plenty of games that everybody likes when they were a kid that is really actually bad. Like, there's plenty of games I like that are bad games that I liked when I was a kid because I was a kid, and you know, so. Who knows? It looks. I always thought the first one looked fun. This one looks fun too. I think it has co-op. That's what they showed anyway. So that seems interesting. But who knows? I really don't know nothing about Knack. I don't know why everyone hates it. I never played it, so I have no opinion on that. Apparently, it's really bad, but I don't know. And the last thing I really want to talk. I mean, there's a few other things like Parappa the Rapper remaster is coming out. I never played that. I never really had that many PS1 games. I think we had more PS1 games. We definitely had more PS1 games than X64 games. But that was back in the day when my dad actually used to play games. He used to play a lot of racing games and stuff. And we had like Crash and Spyro. We had all the Spyros. Only one of the Crashes and Team Racing, and some other random games. But a lot of like Disney licensed games. That was cool. Bugs Life, Toy Story, good games. They didn't age well at all, but good games back in the day. But so this is cool. Then they also Loco Roco, which I've never played. I think I have one of them because it was free in PlayStation Plus. And then also Patapon. I think I played a demo of that in the PSP once. So it was all getting remastered for PS4, which is cool. They announced a Wipeout collection, or like a Mega collection, which Wipeout is like PlayStation F-Zero. I never played any of those. It looks fun. That's not like an old series, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know why this is obviously a rhetorical question. No one can answer me because I'm talking into a microphone under a blanket. That's how I record my audio to make it sound nice. But there's a few other things. They announced some Vita games. Oh yeah, there's that game Let It Die that came out the night of the show. It was a free game. I played it. It was interesting, but I didn't really get into it. It was kind of hard. I also suck at video games, so maybe some people find it easy. But, you know, I suck at video games, so I didn't really get into it. I played it for a little bit. I played it for like an hour. Then I was like, nah, and I deleted it off my hard drive. So that's all I really think of. So the last thing was The Last of Us Part 2. A very unpopular opinion of mine that I've never really expressed publicly, I guess, is that I don't think The Last of Us was this huge, perfect masterpiece that everyone says it is. Now, I don't think The Last of Us is bad. I actually like that game. I think if I was a reviewer, I'd give it like an 8.5 or something like that. I thought it was a great game. I thought the story was cool, but I just don't like survival horror that much. I don't like the zombies. I know they're not really zombies, but they're still zombies. But I did think the story was cool, and I did kind of want a sequel. And I know some people's like, oh, we shouldn't get a sequel because it was ended so perfectly. I'm like, well, they kind of left the ending. I'm not going to spoil it, but they kind of left the ending open to a sequel, I think. And a lot of people say, oh, I don't want it to be Joel and Ellie because whatever's like, I hate when games like sequels to a game and you don't play as the same character or characters. I just don't like that. It's just something that annoys me. But yeah, so this is cool. They showed the trailer, showed Ellie playing guitar. Then Joel walks in and they're in a house full of dead bodies or whatever, and she says, I'm going to kill your last one of them, whatever. She looks older. I guess it was a panel for it. I guess, and they said that you're going to play as Ellie in this game and that she's about 19 years old, something like that. So it's been, 14, and so it's been like 5 years. So I think what I hope happens is that the game starts out right where Last of Us 1 ended, and then it'll just time jump. So that'd be cool. But that game, they said, because Sean Layton came out and he's like, yeah, this game's in very early development and their team is, whatever. So that game's not going to coming out until 2019 latest. If it's probably only a few months in development because they just shipped Uncharted 4. It might have been in post-production as Uncharted 4 was wrapping up production, or pre-production, not post. But who knows? So it only has a few months development, so it's not going to come out for a few years. So this is that's exciting, and that was a pretty cool big reveal. But yeah, that was basically it. There was tons of other things that happened over the course of these two events. Resident Evil 7, which I don't care about Resident Evil. I don't like horror, like movies, games, whatever. Just not my thing. And yeah, but that was pretty much it for all these events. Cool events. I really like watching these things, E3s. I've only watched the game. I watched Game Awards last year, and this year. But that one's, we get stuff announced, but not extremely cool stuff announced. Not like an E3 or PSX. And what I like about PSX is just straight to the, PlayStation stuff. Another note I want to make about PSX, when they were talking about like esports stuff, I like how everyone was quiet in the audience because like nobody cared, and I thought that was funny. But yeah, that's basically that was just pretty much my recap of both the Game Awards 2016 and PSX 2016. And just like I said, there's other stuff I didn't mention because I just don't care, like Mass Effect and other stuff. Like there's some like VR stuff. I mean, I care about VR, but I don't have any access to VR because I'm poor as dirt. So it just, lots of stuff. I'm sure you can just Google everything, and I just wanted to make this video for my very small audience, and I haven't made a video in about a week now. So yeah, I'm also a little bit late on this news. I might be able to get this video up. Like I said, I'm recording it early Monday mornings, like 4 a.m. I might be able to get it later today or tomorrow. I'll see. Who knows? Either way, you're going to get the news from me that everyone already knows. I'm not like a main news site or something. It's just a video I felt like making. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. I've been Zestran, and I will see you guys later.